Hi everybody, it's Linda West, and I just want to share with you guys, I love what I do. You know why I love what I do? Because I help women entrepreneurs get track of what they're doing and get shit done in their business. That's what I do. I love it so much. One of the most common problems that I see with entrepreneurs is that they get overwhelmed because they love what they're doing so much and they love so many different things. And I'm going to stand up to make this better and easier for me because I just don't like sitting down as much. You know, I get like nervous energy. Anyway, overwhelm, sometimes it just overtakes us and we cause it ourselves. What happens is that there's so many thoughts and ideas going on and we feel, it's all a feeling. We feel like we have to get it all done right now. The reality of this situation is you can't get it all done right now, especially if you are a solopreneur and you're doing it all by yourself. So I'm going to ask you to do 4 simple things here that are going to release your overwhelm, and you will notice a sense of relief that comes over you once you do these. So the first step that you're going to do is I want you to get out a pen and paper, and I want you to, for 30 minutes, I want you to jot down everything you have to do. But while you're doing that, I want you to make 2 columns. The first column is the things that only I can do. I'm the only one that can do them. Truly the only person. Something that you cannot even train somebody else to do. The other column is things that somebody else can do. Now I know if you're a solopreneur, you're thinking, but I do it all myself. I am the only one that can do it. Now that may be true right now, but I want you to look beyond this moment, beyond right now. I want you to look into your future because I want you to see that you are a leader. You are running your company. If you are doing it all by yourself, you are going to run your company to the ground. You cannot do it all by yourself. So what I want you to do is make those 2 columns, things that only I can do, things that somebody else can do. Not today necessarily, but things that somebody else can do. You need to start thinking this way. Am I going to build a company, or am I going to be just one person doing this by myself? So that's the first thing I want you to do. Take 30 minutes to do that. You might already have a to-do list. If you do, I want you to go through your to-do list and I want you to categorize things that only I can do and things that somebody else can do. Put them into columns, okay? That's the first thing. The step 2 is to prioritize those tasks. You have to prioritize them. Number 1 is the very first thing you have to do. Now, number 1 might not be the thing you really like to do. For example, I'll use me as a great example because I am me and I have me as an example because I'm right here. But I don't like making phone calls. It's one of my least favorite things to do. But I run my own business, so sometimes I am the one that has to make those phone calls. So the phone calls that only I can make, because I'm the one that's building the relationships with my clients. It's not my staff that's building the relationships, it's me. So some of those are ones that only I can do. Those are the ones that I will do first. Any other call that somebody else can be handling, like for example, if somebody owes me money and I have collection calls that need to be done, I'll have my staff do that. That's not something that I absolutely 100% have to do. So I'll have my staff do that. So that's just a great example. Phone calls are not something I enjoy doing. So I will love to put that off to the very last, if never. I would prefer to never do them, but I know that sometimes it has to be me, so I'll do them. So that's a great example. So I'll do those first to get them out of the way, especially because I don't like them so much. The next thing I want you to do is I want you to look at that task list. And I want you to look at the column that has something that somebody else can do. And I want you to start thinking about hiring somebody to do those things. That could be a virtual assistant. That could be somebody that you hire. Maybe it's an intern. Maybe you need an intern that can help you from a local college or a local high school. And something like that, right? So I want you to just look at that and see who can I hire out for these things. Maybe you really suck at marketing. Maybe you're just awful at marketing, but you're doing it yourself. Well, if you're not very good at it, you're not going to be very effective. So it's time for you to look and see who can I hire to help market me, to help market my products, to help market my services so that I can do the things that I love to do and the things that I do well, okay? So it's good examples right there. The next and last thing is to, again, work on the most important thing first. Stick with it. Stay focused. Get that done, especially if you've been putting it off for a long time. Now, I run a mastermind accountability program, and I got to tell you a story of one of the girls in the program. She attended our mastermind. I think it was her second time with us. And we sat down and we mastermind. What we do is we actually meet for 3 hours every week. It's intense. I got to tell you, it is intense, but we get shit done every single week. So we sat down and we masterminded. And the next 2 hours, what we do is we actually work and get stuff done so that when they walk out of here, they're totally accomplished and they've done the work. There was this second time she was here, and on her task list was this item. At the end of the 2 hours, she got that done. The sigh of relief that she had was like this, like, I cannot believe I finally got that done. That's been sitting on my to-do list for more than 6 months. So the thing was that she was able to have this focused time, 100% focused time to get it done. She worked hard for 2 hours and got it done. Something she'd been putting off for 6 months. Well, she was putting it off because she hated doing that kind of thing. That's why she was putting it off. So just having that experience and watching people go through that is so rewarding for me, of course. I love seeing it. It's one of my favorite things is to see what people get out of the program. But those are your 4 steps, okay? So take 30 minutes, write down everything you have to do in those 2 columns. Things that only I can do. The other column is things that I can farm out to other people. Remember, it's not something you're going to farm out today, but I want you to start thinking that way. That you are not by yourself. You cannot do this alone. If you want to grow your business, you are going to have to get help eventually, okay? And then the second thing, prioritize everything on your list. Get the top thing done first. Get it done. Get her done. Get her done. And then next, hire somebody that can do those tasks that you either hate doing or you've been putting off for a long time. Things that you don't do well. Those are the things you need to hire out. Or just simply the things, even if you love doing them, but they're still sitting on your task list. They've been sitting there for a long time. Hire those out. And the fourth thing is start working on them and just focus and get them done. I hope this was very helpful. If you really enjoyed this and you feel that it was helpful for you and it can be helpful for someone else, please share it. Invite them to like my page, Linda M. West 5. I had to add the 5 because believe it or not, there's actually another Linda M. West out there, and I like number 5. That's why I did that. But please invite them to like my page, and yes, that's it. You guys have a wonderful evening. It's evening here, and by the time you see this, it might be day, it might be night. I don't know. But have a good evening, everybody, and bye-bye now.